Hello, good morning. Welcome to Real Talk with Papa Martins. And today I'm happy to be with you on the show. And I have my friend all the way from Kampala coming in to talk to us on the topic of career choices and business opportunities from the African perspective. My guest will be joining us shortly in the studio. Oh, he's here. Uh, Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Moses. Good morning. Wow.
Can you hear me?
Good morning,
Yes, good
Moses.
morning. Good morning. How are
How
you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm all right.
Oh, so amazing to have you on the show today.
Yeah, it's really great to have you too, Papa Marvins.
How is Kampala today?
Kampala is awesome.
Wow.
And how is Nairobi?
Nairobi is quite warm, but beautiful weather. Yeah, all is well here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Thank you for joining the show today. So we are gonna kick off as the viewers will find us on, and this
Yeah,
will be re-uploaded on the YouTube, and people can have the opportunity to be blessed through your insight today. But as we start
sure.
this show, I want to welcome all our viewers from around the world to Real Talk with Papa Matis. On today's episode, we are talking about career choices and business opportunities from the African perspective. Especially, we are going to be focusing on the East African hub since we are here. And I want to start by letting our viewers understand that making career choices is one of the hardest things that one can do. It's one of the most difficult things that one can do in life because we want a career that will not only pay the bills, but a career that will be satisfying and fulfilling. And a career is something that you devote the most active part of your life to. So you don't want to be doing something that will be boring to you or that will make your life difficult. You want to enjoy it as well as feel satisfied as you offer your services to clients and as you sell your products. You also want to find fulfillment as a person. So when it comes to career, it's something that everyone should take seriously. Maybe for those who are middle aged and above, this might not be something that we work for them, but the insight that we get from this show today will be able to help them to look after their young ones so that they can give these experiences back to the young people who are school leavers. On the show today, I have a very dear brother and a friend all the way from Kampala in Uganda, Waswa Moses. He will introduce himself as I hand over the floor. Welcome, Moses.
Thank you very much, Papa Martins. Yeah, again, my name is Waswa Moses. Glad to be speaking to you from Kampala, all my Kampala friends, Uganda friends, East Africa, Nairobi, Dar es Salaam, uh, people who are watching from all over Africa. So just want to say you're welcome and thank you for having me. So uh, I am a business consultant, a human resource consultant. I have over 8 years in this field, helping people grow and thrive in their careers as well. But also, I'm also on the same journey of making my career fluorescent. As you can see, I'm not in my mid-50s yet. So yes, I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate helping young people realize their dreams, helping young people grow, helping young people understand that their potential is now. What they have to do is just get up and start working on that which they are passionate about. So I'm really, really so excited to share this with all our viewers out there, share with the young person, the young man who is watching me, with someone who's just started their business that is just maybe 3,000 Kenya shillings, or just, 500 cedis, maybe someone who is watching from Ghana. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Papa Martins.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Moses. I want us to kick the show off today by asking you to define for us what a career is.
A career, definitely, I'm not going to define it the conventional way, the ordinary way, but I believe that a career is the progressive, again, I was use the word the progressive growth through someone's professional life. That is the progressive growth through someone's professional life. But also, when we get into nowadays, there's what we call the career life integration. So as someone progresses through their professionalism, they should be progressing into other facets of life. Otherwise, if you're not progressive into other facets of life, then you cannot have a progressive career. So a career is the progressive growth, progressive growth through someone's professional life.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for that clarity. Now that we know what a career is, so when it comes to choosing a career, how should one go about it? That would be my second question to you.
Well, thank you again. Uh, First of all, I would like to know, because the host just let us know how many people we have online. From my end, I mean, I can't even see them, but I would love to know that we actually are speaking to someone right now. But
Yeah, right
again,
now I can see we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 or thereabout. Yeah.
that's awesome. So for me, someone's choice of career should be, first of all, we have really a really big challenge here in Africa, of being career oriented while we are still young. So while the Western world orients their children by 16, someone knows what to do. They know, oh, I have this sense of independence. In Africa, we by 16, your parent is still giving you everything. By 18, you're still being given everything. Your parent is still protecting you. They're telling you, please don't go to the market alone. Don't do this. So our career choices are really so hard. But I usually tell people that once you want to choose the direction of your career, look at your passions, look at your talents. What are you most interested in? How do you want to impact people's lives? What is that one thing that you love doing that I would wake you up in the morning? Honestly, Bob Martins, I had a very long week, but because we had scheduled this, I am happy to do it. I'm happy to do it, because even if you're not paying me a penny, even if you're paying me something, but I'm happy to do it and I feel fulfilled. So what is that one thing, Papa Martins, that you can do without me paying you, but you still remain happy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is that passion? Where's your passion? Okay. Right now, currently, we have people who are earning a lot of money out of music, who are earning a lot of money out of football, who are earning a lot of money out of basketball, who are earning a lot of money out of just speaking, like what I'm doing. So I would ask, what are you passionate about? Where is your passion? Where is that one thing that you can do and you feel like, wow, today I have touched a life. You might want to look at that, because that's where your career might be. As much as we want to be having all the conventional jobs, the ordinary jobs, being a mechanical engineer and all that, maybe your passion is actually not being a mechanical engineer. Your passion is to just speak to people and they feel all right. And with time, you might as well get paid for it. You will travel the world just to go and speak to people. Two, while someone is choosing a career, look at the demand. Okay, right now we are living in the technology age. The demand of certain jobs, certain things is actually getting done. It's wearing out. You know, we are transitioning into the machine age, into the artificial intelligence. While you're choosing that career, what is its availability after 10 years from now? Okay, is your job going to be available 10 years from now? Ask yourself. Are you going to be in that factory still to be the one to, you know, to tell someone, carry those pallets, do this and that? Are you going to be the one? Oh, 10 years from now, it will be the machine carrying those pallets. It will be the machine, you know, sending all these messages to a few people to do the work. So you have to ask yourself that as well. And three, you know, how comfortable are you going to be in that career, in that path of yours? You know, most of us, I think we are in things, I think 80% of people who are in their jobs, they are seated in chairs and they dread it every morning. They dread going to work every morning. It's because we have gotten into these jobs accidentally. You studied through school and all you know is, oh, I'll get a job. After school, I'll get a job. So, I mean, you have not been intentional which kind of job you want. And at the end of the day, when you're done with school, you have all these demands and all that, and someone is going to tell you, oh, you studied business development, you studied marketing. I think we have something that you could do, you know, you could come and just manage our employees within the plant and all that, and you will go even when it's not your passion. That's because you went through school without any guidance, without being focused on what you really want to do. So I hope that this really gives you an insight to look into your passions, but also to look at the demand of what you intend to become or what you intend to do.
Wow, this is amazing insight. Thank you so much so far for this insight. So the next question will be, what will be the role of a parent in guiding their children into a career that will suit their passion? Like you said, by 16, 14, even sometimes by 10, a Western child already knows what exactly his field of choice would be. But in Africa, even at 25, your parents are still, you know, like they are still pampering you, they are still providing. So, what is the role of the parents in helping the young ones to shape their passion so that they can choose the right career for themselves?
Yeah. Well, thank you. Again, as a parent, a parent has a very big role into what their child becomes. First of all, as the child grows, a parent is supposed to identify their skills. Okay, you see, in Africa, it has always been, what I do is what I want my child to become. I am an engineer. I want my child to become an engineer. You must study engineering. In our family, we are engineers. Yeah, I'm a doctor. You must be a doctor. Excuse me. Now, that is wrong, because your children are different. And our DNAs, even when they are the same, there's a certain strand there that might be different in terms of talent, in terms of what your children want to do. So as a parent, look at the talents of your children and grow those talents as early as 3 years. Okay, right now I have a son who is 3 years, and I've just bought them a piano, bought them a guitar, just to make sure that I can try those, try to interest them, not in a way that I want to force them to actually become a piano player and a singer, because I know that's also part of my talent. I sing and play piano and guitar, and I want to interest them, because I've also seen they love singing, they love playing the guitar, playing with my guitar. So I'm like, okay, let me try him. But as children grow, their interests change. If that interest doesn't change, then support them all through. But if a child's interests change, then you're supposed to change with that interest and orient them where their passions are as a parent. Number two, a parent needs to stop this protective mentalism of thinking the child has to do whatever you tell them. You have to protect them. Or the child, when they go to school, I have to make sure when they come back home, I have to ask them all this and that. It's good, protect your children. But when it comes to exploring the world, parents, we are supposed to leave our children to explore the world. Of course, there are those no-go zones that where you have to protect your child. You're like, okay, this is wrong, and you protect them within the ways of God. They have to. You have to make sure they go to church. You have to make sure they know the word of God. Or anyone who is joining us and they're not Christian, you have to make sure that they know your faith. Okay. But again, also faith is not something you have to force on your children. As they grow, they can have their own choice. All right. Of course, as a Christian, I would love my child to be Christian. I'd love them to know God and all that. But when it comes to career, every parent has to be intentional. You have to know where the interests of your child are and support them. Give them, as long as they turn 16, give them the ability to go and explore the world. If they are they're engineers, if they want to be an engineer, create this network, introduce them to people. If you have a family business, guys, Papa Martins, you have a family business. Have you introduced your children and showed them this is how things are done? This is how we do bookkeeping. This is how you manage people. You don't shout at people. You talk to people. You do this. This is how you contract someone. You try to train them informally even before they actually study it in school, because school is just something formal. At the end of the day, by the time the child is 25, they already know the family business and they can run it even without you. So a parent has a very big role to play in making sure that a child is oriented from the year zero to the year, when they can make their own choices. This is the dilemma. Maybe I don't want to preempt your questions, so I'll end there and then we move forward.
Yes, I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak from your heart to the viewers. But before we get to that junction, there are some factors that affect career choices in Africa. 98% of African countries do not have a structured educational system that allows for the exploration of talent and discovery of passion for our children. So,
Yeah.
understanding this challenge of educational inefficiencies, how can one be able to navigate? Because, like you said, people go to school to study courses that are available, not the courses of their passion. So, how does a young person navigate this very difficult terrain?
Yeah. Okay. Again, so we have quite a very limited education system in Africa, like you said, and it's so unfortunate. It's very painful that a child, a student, a young man, a young woman has to go through that. You have to go through an education that does not have a practical skill whatsoever. So some of those factors are really also affecting. They're affecting the career choices of our children, of our brothers and sisters. One, when a child or when someone chooses a course they're going to do for 5 years, and after 5 years, they cannot do anything practical. They cannot find a job. They cannot apply themselves. So, for example, when it comes to these our brothers who do sociology, I'm not saying sociology is bad, but as you do sociology, as you do business administration, again, it is a personal initiative that, with the support, of course, of our parents, of the people we know, the professionals, that personal initiative, as that student goes through to do sociology, what is that extra thing that they can do? Because by the time a child really goes to do sociology, we should know that this child can interact with people. This child can cause change in society. This child can work with the LCs, the local councils within our community, to cause change, to make sure that the town is clean. You don't have to leave this to the politicians, but we can come out and make, these initiatives. Every child I've seen, every student, everyone who studies sociology or what, they think, oh, when I finish campus, I'll go and work for an NGO. But we don't have so many NGOs, and we don't have so many NGOs that are going to orient you into what you want to do. So they say that Africa is very enterprising, though I'm not seeing that in the hearts of young people. That as you study, you can actually cause change even before campus. You can cause that visibility. All right. Right now, we have so many online tools. We have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have so many, and I'm wondering, sometimes I ask myself, why would a student finish even campus without having a LinkedIn page? So how do you expect to sell your products? How do you expect for people to find you if you're the kind who wants a job? How do you expect people to find you? Okay, we have all this visibility, but somehow our willingness to use the visibility is limited. Okay, like I would give you an example. Papa Martins, we met on LinkedIn, and I'm sure by the time you reached out, you are very much interested in the content I'm putting out there. That the change, the way I'm speaking to people and how I'm engaging my community. All right. So it has to be more intentional. We have so many limitations, and one of those is poverty. Yeah. But I mean, poverty has never stopped anyone. Again, poverty cannot stop us. I cannot say that it has never stopped anyone. It has stopped so many not going to school, staying wherever they are in the village. We have so many brothers and sisters who have not actually made it in terms of education. But what out of all those limitations, okay, we are living in our countries, African countries, where the politics also affects a lot about our cultures, the availability of jobs, the availability of playing space in the business. All those limitations, actually, as African children, they're supposed to make us strong, because as you study, as you study, your mind widens. I usually tell young people, you do not study to get a job. You study to make your mind widen. You study to make your mind you have to apply yourself. Not necessarily have a job. I'm not saying someone who has a job or a job is bad. A job is good. And in most times, it's good for you to really start off your career and get to know how things are done. But there's so many ways that we can apply ourselves. I always ask people, what do you do or who are you? And they tell me I am an engineer. No, you're not an engineer only. Being an engineer is just part of who you are. It's just a small portion of who you are. So Papa Martins, us and the people that are joining us that are online, as you go through all these challenges, I want you to know that you're not the first, and neither are you the last. Much as we have a theoretical kind of system, ask yourself, this knowledge that I'm getting from school, that I'm getting from my experience, how do I apply it Because at the end of the day, you are your own person. The company you're working for, you want to work for, does not own you. You are selling your skills. How much more do you want to sell for you to be more valuable? How much more do you want to sell within the marketplace? You know, in my church, Papa Martins, we call it the marketplace. How much more do you want to sell in the marketplace? The more skills, the more you have to sell in the marketplace. All right. We have so many guys right now who are really consultants, people who are consulting on projects, and people who are consulting on engineering projects, on oil and gas. We have quite, and I'm going to talk about oil and gas, by the way, because this is an opportunity that we have right now in Uganda, Kenya, in the East Africa. Even though it's the oil and gas is in Uganda, but the opportunities are all regional. So later I'll talk about it as we go forward. But we cannot give reason we cannot give challenges for the reason of our failure. That is not true, because every person who has made it in life has had challenges at a certain point.
Wow. Thank you so much, Moses. If you are just joining us on the show today, this is Real Talk with Papa Martins, and our guest in the house is Waswa Moses from Kampala in Uganda. He is an expert in career and many other fields. And we are privileged to have him online talking to us about career choices and business opportunities from the African perspective. And we are focusing on the East African hub. Now, from what I'm gathering from all the information you've given us, so creativity plays a major role in whatever a man chooses to do. Yeah, shed more light on that.
Sure. Yes, I have to tell you that this is true. First of all, what brings the creativity? As an entrepreneur or as a young a person in your career, the first thing we have to identify is how many challenges or how many problems do we have within our community, within our areas of work, within where we operate. Because you don't become creative from nothing. The likes of Mark Zuckerberg that created Facebook, they identified a need for connectivity. All right. I mean, the likes of Steve Jobs, they identified the need for the computer age. And I remember I quote that he said, "We are going to change the way people communicate." And he did. And the way we communicate is different. So our creativity has to be informed by the identification of the needs within our community. Okay, we have so many needs. As you study, as a person who has studied, as a person who has all this knowledge, what need have you identified within your community? And once you identify your need, you start navigate around it to make a solution that is viable in the marketplace, that someone can pay for, that someone can want to associate with, that someone will call you and be like, "Oh, I think I like your idea." Okay, I've seen young people who are making all these sorts of innovative products, you know, helping young people to go to school, making crowdfunding platforms, making opportunities of refining water and making sure that people have clean water. You see, these are all problems. And you see, Africa, the reason why we are having all these white people coming to our continent is because Africa is the most needful continent right now. When I say that we are needy, it means our needs are still so much, because our systems are still not really aligned, which means there's so many opportunities, there's so many needs to identify for our people every day. And that's why you see every African, every white man, every Westerner, they're saying, "Oh, I need to go to Africa. Those guys are good. I need to go to Africa because I love Africa, because that's where the business is." It's not like they really want to create jobs or something, or create jobs necessarily for Africans, because they are looking for business. And I would like to know, I'd like to inform the Africans that if we cannot see those opportunities, these guys are going to see those opportunities, and it's not going to be their problem that they will employ you in your own country, and you even have to go through certain challenges with them. But because for them, I mean, they have set up the business, I've seen the opportunity, and you're there. I mean, you're just an employee. I have talked to so many fellow young people, and you know what they tell me? I cannot start a business because I don't have capital. Dude, young lady, young woman listening to me, capital is not always an excuse. It's sharing your ideas. Ask yourself, have you shared your ideas with anybody? Have you shared your ideas with me? Have you shared your ideas with Bob Martins? Have you shared your ideas with the people, your network? Okay? And again, how do you network? Because let me tell you something, opportunities are not going to find where you are. How do you network? How is your network? Does your network have people that can support your ideas? Does your network have people that can actually bring money together and create a solution for people within the local community? Most times when we talk about, okay, business and ideas, people think about the big Nairobi. How do I enter Nairobi and start being a big person? No, dude, you're not going to start from Nairobi. You're going to start from where you are. Because where you are already, people need something. People want you to, if you're someone who speaks, then that means people in your community are depressed. Don't go to deep in Nairobi, look for people who are depressed. Around you, people are depressed and they need someone to talk to. Are you available for that?
Wow. Thank you, Moses. So your creativity, it's a product of the challenges you can identify within your community. Wow. I want you to talk to us about how young people can take advantage of the social media. I see, like you said, a lot of people think money is what is important in career or in business or in setting up an enterprises, but an idea is what is critical. When you have an idea, it's like a fire that burns in you. So how can you've mentioned the marketplace, and the largest marketplace right now is on the internet, because the world has become a global village. So young people are on social media, but they are not taking advantage of it. So how can we take advantage of the social media? I met you on the social media, we connected, and today we are here.
Yeah, sure. Now, I just want to make sure, I just want to call upon all the young people, not only young people, because right now we have our market dynamics have changed and everything has gone to the internet. If you're selling products, if you're selling a service, you need to be applying the internet within your services, within your how you're selling, how you're communicating. Now, one, I want to speak to the young man, the young woman, because that's where my passion is, and I don't want to see someone fail later in their career and be like, I wish I knew this. Personal branding is very important. How do people perceive you? Okay. I want to ask someone who is watching me right now, do you even have a LinkedIn page that is very well streamlined of what you can do, what you have done, and the skills and how you can communicate to your market? Two, on all your social media networks, you cannot be everywhere, by the way. There's so many social media networks. You cannot be everywhere unless if you have someone managing all these platforms. But there's that particular platform that applies to the products that you're selling. Okay? There are certain products that you can sell very much well on the LinkedIn platform. Those are the mostly professional products that you will not sell on Facebook, because those two platforms have different dynamics. Okay, so you want to identify your target market. You want to do your self-branding, because tell me, I want to let you know that someone out there is watching. Like Papa Martins was watching and said, this guy has to be on my show. So someone is watching, and someone might not be even in Africa. It could be someone in Arizona or Japan who will say, the way I see your profile, just come and work with us for a year. Just come, we shall teach you. If there's something that you don't know, we will teach you. So how are you branding yourself? Which kind of content are you putting out there? You see, young people, we want to post pictures when we go to picnics. When you go to a nice restaurant, you want to take the picture of the food and put up and put on the internet. That is cool if you're on Snapchat or maybe Instagram. But it's not cool when you're on LinkedIn. You know that, Papa Martins, right?
True.
So it's not, it's a question of your audience. Which kind of audience do you want to speak to? If you're just in university right now and you're watching us, please arrange your profile on LinkedIn and connect with people, like people's content, comment, congratulate people who have gotten jobs. It is called visibility. How do you want to create your visibility? It does not start in one day. A problem is young people want to, you start something and be like, now people are not watching me, people are not there. Come on. You need to start your personal branding. People need to start seeing you in a certain perspective. If you're the business kind of type, start a page. Start your page on Facebook. Start your page on LinkedIn. Start your page on Instagram. People have to know what you're selling on a daily basis and be consistent about it. Every day, the minimum I post on LinkedIn is twice, because I know there is someone waiting for my content. There's someone out there waiting for me to put something that will encourage their day, that will encourage them through their business, through their job. So you need to be consistent. Don't just open up a social media page and leave it there. You think, oh, someone will watch me from a distance. No one is going to watch you. No one gives a damn about you and your product. So you have to make sure that you're interested in your audience. Once you start that page, make sure you're engaging, post content, go on people's pages, like what they post, love what they post. It's called visibility. I mean, Dale Carnegie in his book, how to win people and how to influence and win people, something like that. In that book, he said that people are most interested to know how interested you are in them. But you see, most of us, we want people to be interested in us. People are not going to be interested in you. You have to first be interested in them for them to be interested in you. So as you take advantage of this social media age, look at your personal branding. What kind of content are you putting out there? Are you the kind of person who just posts everything about maybe your personal life, everything? You need to, if you want a professional profile, then you need to brand yourself as a professional. If you want a business profile, then you need to know to brand yourself as a business profiled person, because people are going to come to you looking for these services. Again, if you're not yet tapping into the social media age, then you're really making a big mistake. There's a lot of people out there who are looking for products, who are looking for lawyers, freelance lawyers, or someone who can help them give advice. So many people are looking for engineers who can work on their projects. But because a lot of us have not branded ourselves, that we have not created that CV, that living CV, okay? That someone has to know, what are you doing? What did he do yesterday? What kind of project did he work on yesterday? Someone has to see you in motion. We are now having more of living CVs than written CVs. You get what I'm saying, Papa Martin?
True.
Yes, we have moved from the written CVs into the living CVs. Someone wants to know, what have you been up to? What are you doing? Where are you? Which kind of people are you associating with? Because again, association is dependent on what someone wants from you. If I find that you're the kind of person who is posting content that does not rhyme with my interest, I'll be like, no. And by the time I came to this show, I had to first look out what kind of content Papa Martins posts, what kind of shows is he hosting, and I'm here today because I did background check. Someone out there is actually doing a background check on you, on who you are, on your profile, on the kind of services you're selling.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for that insight. And it's interesting to note that even if you want to travel to the United States, to Britain, or to other parts of the world, your social media account is taken into consideration before they issue you their visas. They do a background
Yeah.
check, not from now, from the time you open that account, they can dig things out. And you know that nothing is really deleted on the internet. You might have deleted it, but it's still somewhere in the clouds. Now, I want us to shift gear as we venture into the business opportunities as it relates to us in Africa. What are those business opportunities that the young people? Because this depending on employment or being employed is becoming really unrealistic these days. So, what are the opportunities available? Yes, you've mentioned oil and gas. Are there other things that we can venture into and diversify, even as we maintain some other things that we do?
Yeah. Yes, that like I discussed earlier, Africa is the most needy continent. I say needy in the context of we still have a lot of needs to the French say à remplir, a lot of needs to fill, a lot of challenges to solve. So right now, there's so many opportunities in making technological products, in making softwares. I've seen young people who are having all these softwares delivering, helping people in the villages to deliver their products into town, into the market, helping people, farmers, on how to get the markets. How we have a lot. Gone are the days where we had to have one big organization that has to collect our coffee from they have to collect our coffee from Kitale to have to take it to Nairobi. So a young man actually, if you define your own value chain, it can actually prepare on how to pick that coffee from farmers, and then you get, if you don't have in that value chain, you don't have the refinery, then you can get the people who are refining it. It is about how you want to actually do your business model, whether you are going to look for funding to have the whole value chain, or you're going to look for people to take it away from you at a certain level. So again, in most of us in our countries, we are so agricultural. For example, in Uganda, and I'm sure in Kenya as well, but particularly in Uganda, agriculture employs 80% of our people. So a lot of young people are actually thinking around that. How do we redefine the agricultural value chain using technology? How can technology help us to redefine that chain? How does technology help the person who is in the deepest of the village to make their payment if they're buying agricultural products, and how if they're buying the agricultural inputs, and how do those inputs reach the person who is down in the village who is having a farm? A lot of young people have actually come up with different apps, and they're making money. They're getting funding. Is it easy? It's not easy. But if you don't start, nothing's going to happen. So many opportunities are just seated somewhere. Right now, as I speak, there's someone within COVID who came up with a crowdfunding website. And that crowdfunding website was actually to address the fact that people and young men, young children and women and other people were actually in need of food, were having all these challenges. Some were sick, having chronic illnesses, and they didn't have help. And we've seen that the testimonies of how he helped different people actually access healthcare through the crowdfunding platform. I mean, you identify the need, like we said, and then you address it with a solution. So there's so many opportunities in Africa. We are having all these. Africa is actually still in the primary stages of developing our infrastructure. How do we help? How do we play a big part with our governments to develop infrastructure? I really don't believe that everyone should be in employment, because even employment, the jobs are not really enough. But it's up to us, the young people, to create those jobs. Do we have the patience? Do we have the tenacity? Do we have the creativity? Do we have the resilience to go in the market and identify those needs? Like I said, for me, I'm a speaker. I speak to people. I guide people. I help people grow their leadership. I strive every day just to see that someone can actually become better every day through practical, of course, through practical ways, but also through speaking into people's lives. I know there's so many people whose minds are blocked right now, who think, oh, I have no opportunity. I am not going anywhere. I want to tell you that there's so many opportunities all around you. Right now, I'm in the, as well, I'm in the recruitment business. But I usually tell all these people, I tell my people, look, if a job is not working out today, it does not mean that that job was actually created for you. You can actually move on to another and to another. And if you feel employment is for you, you can actually move out and go into self-employment. But your transition has to be planned out. Again, I want to repeat, your transition has to be planned out. So look through. Again, I usually tell people that opportunities are within our communities. Before you go to that national scale, what is that one thing that we can do to better our community? Are you living in a community that is very dirty, that where the rubbish, the disposal of rubbish and everything, the waste is just being disposed of? How can you come into that? Which solution can you create to address that within your communities, that your community is actually a clean community? Are you living in a community that does not have clean water? What is that you can do for that community to have clean water? I know of recent, I am born in a village, it's called Sembabule in Uganda. So that particular village did not have water. So I had to talk to a few friends that I knew that are making boreholes. And they kept on telling me, oh, we shall come, we shall come, we shall come. And finally, last month, the borehole was put in place and people are having clean water.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that one thing? Even if it does not bring money, but it has to be something that puts you on a platform where someone is like, man, this guy is so valuable in our community. You know, every time they're having a meeting, they'll be like, Papa Martins, what do you have to say? I know last time you brought for us a borehole. I know last time you gave us a solution where we had to collect all this garbage and we are disposing of the right way. What solution are you giving us? Say, tell us. So you're buying also the trust of the stakeholders. Those are called stakeholders. So before you even think of growing big into Nairobi, into Accra, into Lagos, you have to think, my small village, what have I done?
So the future is now. You begin from where you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember one of the posts I made on LinkedIn. I was talking about you starting from where you are with what you have, and what you need will find you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what you have just mentioned. I'm going to be bringing you on the show again, where we are going to be talking about developing leadership skills and talking about the supply chain and how to identify problems and be able to be a solution. There's something you have talked about. I want you to elaborate on it a little bit. And this is really new for me. I have not had it in that way. You've mentioned that our CVs these days are no longer written, but they are living. So I want you to expatiate on that a little bit, because that is an amazing insight. Because people write CVs and they put a lot of things in them, but you are telling us some people don't have time to read what you have written. They want to see what you have done.
Yeah, that is true, Baba Martins. And this is very important. This is a very good question. Thank you very much. It is a very good insight for someone who is watching us right now. I don't know how many people are live right now. I don't know how many people, I don't know who will be watching after when we post this video, but I want to tell you that people are no longer interested in what is written in your CV. People are interested in you, seeing you in action, seeing what you have done and seeing what you're currently doing. And that is why I have to tell you that your online presence is very important. Your online presence, I want you to start living your career life like a politician. Politicians, every time, even if they've planted one tree, they will take a picture and tell everyone that, oh, yesterday we planted a picture, we planted a tree, or today we planted a tree. So you need to live your life as a politician for you to enhance your personal brand, but also to show your audience that, yes, this is what I can do. This is my ability. This is how I'm helping my community. These are my skills. You have to have a living CV, a living CV through your experiences, through what you're doing, but through publicizing it as well. Be careful. Don't publicize cliche stuff. Publicize of what practical ways you're helping your community, you're helping your employer, the practical ways that you're helping other people achieve their dreams, achieve their goals. Be careful, because there are certain things that you put out there and someone's like, really? Did he have to post that? So you want to be very, very intentional and very keen on the content that you put out there. People are looking for practical individuals, practical people who are really making a difference, who can command their subject matter in their professions. And that is what they call having a living CV. Whatever you do, document it. Put it out there. You never know who is watching. Many brothers and sisters here, they keep saying, oh, I want to work abroad, I want to do that, but just be consistent. You don't know who is watching. You don't know who is going to call you to Seattle, who is going to call you to Cape Verde, to just go and talk to people, to just go and execute a project. You don't know that. So right now, how we live our lives on the internet determines a lot on how people are going to perceive us.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to develop a concept around that insight, living CV. That's amazing. If you are just joining us on the show, this is Real Talk with Papa Martins. And on today's episode, we have Waswa Moses in the house from Kampala in Uganda. And we've been talking about career choices and business opportunities from the African perspective. We focus so much on the East African hub. And as we are bringing the show to a close, I just want Moses to give us his parting shot and his advice for all our viewers out there.
Thank you so much, Papa Martins, and it's been a pleasure, really. I hope we can have a cup of coffee one day in Nairobi, definitely,
Sure.
or in Kampala. Yeah, so the word career is used in growth. It's used in how you grow through your professional life. But I usually tell people, don't live your professional life in isolation of your other important facets of life. One, your spirituality. Everyone has to be spiritual in one or the other, because 100% everything that we become, everything that we want starts spiritually before it becomes physical. Two, your body. Your mind sits in the body, your soul lives in the body, so you have to work on your body. You cannot live a career that is isolated from having a healthy body. So you need to exercise, you need to meditate, you need to sit down, have me time. You need to have your me time and work on yourself. So your body has to be healthy. Don't allow to be in this kind of stress that is going to break you down. Okay? Again, if you're building a career, look at all those things. Look at your spirit. Are you really fortifying yourself with prayer? Okay, I don't like to most cases when I'm giving my guidance and speeches, I usually tell people I'm speaking to different people. I'm speaking to Muslims, I'm speaking to Christians, I'm speaking to different faiths. But in every way that you can be spiritual, you need to do it. Whether you want to join me to be a Christian and believe in Jesus, you need to be spiritual. You need to pray for yourself. You need to meditate. Two, it does not cost you anything for you to do some workout at your living room, in your living room. Make sure your body is healthy. Don't work out yourself, be buried in work, and even you forget to have your breakfast. Tomorrow, when you're dead, or when you cannot do that job again, your employer will not think twice. Within 1 week, they will employ someone else. So you need to live your career in complement with these other facets of life. You need to be spiritual. You need to read. You need to read. Okay, you need to work out. Make sure you eat well. Make sure you have enough rest. All right. And finally, you need to be a well-networked person, both online and physically. Have a flourishing career that is rotating around all those facets, because you cannot leave them in isolation. The problem and the challenge we have is that so many people out there who are busting themselves, who are putting out in the harm's way, who are doing all this. They're saying, oh, it's career and what, and then they forget about their family. You need your family for that emotional supplementary as a person. You need to be in touch with your family. You need to be in touch with your wife, with your children, your brothers and sisters. They need to encourage you. You need to have that inner circle. All right. So don't bust yourself. Don't live in isolation. Your career, don't work in isolation of these other facets, your family, your spirituality, your healthy body, and be networked both online and physically. Go to seminars, go to Rotary clubs, join Rotary clubs, join professional bodies. Be a well-networked person, because opportunities are within those networks. Thank you so much, Papa Martins. Unless there's any other question, but this has been so much interesting.
Wow. Thank you so much, Moses. I am indebted to you. So your passing shot has been we should be holistic in our approach to our career. We should be holistic.
Holistic.
Yeah,
True.
and you've mentioned about networking. One thing that the African Christian does not really take advantage of. They think the Holy Spirit or Jesus will do everything for them. We need to reach out to those that might have the resources that we require to complement what we have put on the ground. This has been so inspiring and exciting for me. I'm really so grateful for you being on this platform. You are really the first professional as a man that has come to talk to us on such an important topic like this. And we are going to be having more of you as time goes on. Thank you so much, Moses. Regards to your wife and child and family. Until we come your way next time, this is Real Talk with Papa Martins. Stay safe, keep fit, and take care of yourself. On Wednesday, I shall be coming on your view again when I will be hosting Sharon and Gugi, and we shall be talking about brand building. God bless you, Moses, and God bless you, our viewers. Until I see you again, keep fit, and bye bye.